Today, we are gonna go and we're gonna have a walk around and see what the heck has been going on for the last couple of weeks anyways. Come on in. We are now on the main floor in the foyer. You'll remember that above us right now is a false, well, above the camera. Over here right now is a false floor. This is not so false. And this are a bunch of the cabinets that are gonna continue to go in this house. So since we were in here last, the island has been done. I can't recall if we've shown you guys the Decton countertops or whatnot, but of course, it's a little bit too late now. They are all wrapped and protected. We can just maybe pull up a corner there. Ooh. We've got a wolf range here. So oven, cooktop. Then you can't really tell. It's more of like a gray countertop material here. Oh, there we go. There you go. So that's that. This same countertop material is gonna be the backsplash here. So that's just gonna flow right up, meaning minimal grout lines that will need to get cleaned. Thumbs up to that. In here, we've got two recycling centers. So one here, and then we've got another over here. And then we've got 2 dishwashers. Let me tell you, if you have the ability to put in 2 dishwashers, do it. You can send me an email later and thank me for that little piece of advice. Every client that we have worked with, I say, oh, I don't need 2 dishwashers. We're never gonna use 2 dishwashers. I convince them, like, just try it. And then inevitably, I can be pretty convincing about some things sometimes. And if this kitchen has enough space for 2 dishwashers, clients do it. And once they have 2 dishwashers, it's like it's just so much easier. You know, there's always a place to put dishes, especially when and if you host a lot of family dinners or parties or that sort of thing. If you have 2 dishwashers, you can really move those dishes through the dishwasher and you don't have to wake up to the morning. You know, like every time you have friends and family over, like you got that stack of dishes on the counter beside the sink, which by the way, is right here, but it's all protected now. It's lame, right? So 2 dishwashers, thumbs up. All right, let's keep moving. We have started to install the fluting for this wall here. Due to a number of different elements kind of changing and whatever else, this is actually gonna get painted out now. So that is not going to stay wood, which I know, I hear it in the comments already. How could you paint this beautiful? I don't, it doesn't work with the design. So it's gotta get painted. It is what it is, but how beautiful. Right? And this stuff is going everywhere, right? Like this is going around the corner here. There's gonna be a door here that's gonna be a hidden door, you know, like one of those ones you don't even know that's there. So that's gonna be really, really cool. It wraps around the corner and then it goes up this wall all the way to the upper floor ceiling and then back to the back of the house. Like it goes, there's a lot of it. So yeah, it's gonna look really cool once it's done. They've been working on the client, on the office of this home today and yesterday, I think. So let's just have a look around in here. So we've got a countertop sort of area here for putting printers and things like that. I can't remember. It's all planned out. These clients are just on top of everything. And then we've got all of these cabinets over here. So again, just tons of storage here. This is gonna be for drop files in here. So yeah, that'll be super, super cool. We are now in the future laundry / mudroom. And in here, there's some elements that need to get changed. This side of the laundry room is gonna be dark cabinets and over here is gonna be light. So these gables just came the wrong color. They're gonna need to get fixed, unfortunately. This is actually gonna be a really cool space. Everything is all closed in. So it is gonna be super tidy, super organized, very meticulous. Like this is gonna be an amazing, amazing mudroom laundry room. Yeah, stacker machines over here. We've talked about this before. Ta-da. Beautiful lighting above these little clouds. Amazing. Okay, so we are in the primary suite. This is the first time it has been quite as clean as it is today. This paneling back here is getting replaced because it's not what the client wanted. This is all good though. This is all done. And we are finished painting up here. So, you know, one of the ways that we are able to get this project done in a timely fashion is we're cascading our trades through this house. I mean, I think I've talked about it before on previous videos, but basically, you know, we're gonna have the upper floor complete 3 months before the basement, well, more or less 3 months before the basement. because that's just the way that it's gonna work out. So upper floor will be done, main floor will be done, then the basement, and then we're done, and then we can just continue to finish things up on the outside because the clients are very keen on this particular project to move in. Primary ensuite, we've been in here a bunch of times. This is getting, it's almost, I think the piece just came in. It had to get remade because it broke. So this is gonna come in, and this, again, this will be horizontal. The graining of this will be horizontal, which will match the fireplace, which is behind the camera right now. Rain shower here, super cool. And then over here, double sink vanity. Now, one of the things that we should maybe take a second to talk about is just frameless shower glass, right? Unless you do some sort of rail across the top of it, generally speaking, you're gonna find that you're gonna need to take your glass from the floor to the ceiling in order to create enough structure to hold the door in place, right? You gotta think, like, a glass door is actually a lot heavier than you might think it is. And so on this particular shower, the glass door is gonna be here. So it'll probably open out, and it's gonna open this way. So, you know, there's gonna be a lot of forces going this way, more like this over here. And the same thing here. So the corner, this piece of glass here, and then this first piece of glass here that the door hangs off of will go to the ceiling. And we're just gonna mirror that on both sides so it looks symmetrical. But other than that, yeah, the rest of the glass will all be about a foot off the ceiling. She'll look really, really nice and be really, really clean. Also, we're going with that ultra clear glass on this project. It's also called Starfire. You'll notice that if you look at most glass railings or most glass shower enclosures, if you look at the edge of the glass, there's a bit of a green hue to the glass. And that's just lead that's in the sand that goes into the glass. And so you can get ultra clear glass or Starfire glass, and it's like crystal clear. Where these things start to really make a huge difference is if you have any sort of greens or blues, right? Given that we have all sorts of green outside, that green is gonna get pulled into the house. That's just the way it works. And so if this glass isn't ultra clear, it's gonna look even greener than it already is. So this is a great place to use ultra clear glass. It's just gonna give a much nicer finish. Of course it costs more, but it is what it is. Let's keep looking. Call it the bonus room, call it the sanctuary, call it the parental sanctuary. I don't know. We've talked about it a bunch on these videos. I just love this little kind of bonus space over here where mom and dad can just, you know, like literally in this home, this primary suite is literally like, you could just kind of lock yourself off in here and hang out for a weekend and have more or less everything you need. Maybe you need to skip the dishes for meals. Other than that, it's totally amazing. It's really, really, real cool space. And look at how much light is in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows. And tons and tons and tons of light all the time. Light. Really, really nice. Really cool. Very amazing. We are back down in the basement and we have a ton of different cool things to show you. To my left, we now have the steam generator installed for the steam shower. Behind the camera over there, we have tile setters hard at work getting Decton and floor tile in and just going hog wild in there. So it is really coming along down here. Really, really exciting stuff. In here, let's have a look at this steam generator. Here we have the steam generator. I am not gonna do a detailed play-by-play about how all of this stuff works, because if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I don't actually know. I'm looking forward to finding out, but I currently don't know. So I don't want to say anything and then have the comment section light me up for being a moron. So all I know is this is what makes the steam. It goes out of this braided hose here, and it goes up through this pipe there, and it goes out a nozzle in the steam shower, which is just behind, actually it's a little ways behind this wall here. This is the brains. This is the actual shower head itself works on a remote control. Like there's no knobs inside of the shower. It's all done off of a control pad. Let's go have a look. Well, I was hoping to get a closer look of going in there, but the tile setters are just working too freaking hard. It's called A+9. I don't actually think I've seen this used before, but it's an additional waterproofing layer that's going on top of the Schluter membrane or Curdy membrane that we already have down, because hey, you don't want to mess with water and you want to make sure the water stays where you want it to stay. In the distance there, you can see like a chrome control thing that's laying down. That's the digital device that tells the shower what it's gonna do. It's pretty wild. And then the steam that we were talking about earlier comes out of that pipe down there. Really, really cool. And then you can see the rain shower kind of hanging from the ceiling there. That sits flush against the drywall, and it all just works automagically. I think it has built-in speakers too. I would try and go in here, but I'll just get shoved back out again by the tile setter. He's hard at work, so we're gonna stay out of his way. Nonetheless, we've got floor tile down now. They're working on wall tile right now, and that goes the whole way around. The amount of details that are in this project are just mind-numbing. If you have a renovation that you are thinking about starting, pick up the phone or shoot us a message through the website. We would love to talk to you and see if we can help you realize your dream. We are really freaking good at what we do, and we really love what we do as well. So listen, if you like this content and want to see more of these amazing projects that we're doing, feel free to hit that subscribe and like button. We certainly would appreciate it. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome. See you soon.